Tung Sahur is one of those strange internet monsters that seems absurd at first glance, but becomes more interesting the more we look at it. On the surface, it is simply a bizarre wooden figure holding a baseball bat, surrounded by a repetitive drum-like sound, Tung Sahur. However, behind this strange character is a combination of religious tradition, meme culture, artificial intelligence, aesthetics, and the internet's endless desire to turn ordinary sounds into unforgettable cultural symbols. The origin of Tung Sahur comes from the tradition of waking people up for Sahur, the pre-dawn meal eaten by Muslims during the month of Ramadan. In many Muslim communities, people used drums, voices, or other sounds to remind families to wake up before sunrise and eat before the daily fast began. Tung imitates the sound of a drum, while Sahur refers to that important meal before fasting. In its original cultural context, this sound was not meant to be frightening. It was practical, communal, and deeply connected to the rhythm of Ramadan life. It helped people prepare for a day of fasting and created a shared atmosphere in neighborhoods during the holy month. The monster version of Tung Sahur appeared when this real tradition was transformed into a fictional internet character. According to the viral story, the creature first became popular through a TikTok video posted by the creator, Noxosht, on February 28, 2025. In the video, a wooden mannequin-like figure stands silently at a bus stop, while a narration describes it as a dangerous anomaly that appears during Sahur time. The fictional story says that if someone ignores the Sahur call 3 times, the creature will come to their house, carrying a baseball bat and making the loud drum sound tung. This simple horror comedy idea was enough to make the character stick in people's minds. It had mystery, humor, rhythm, and an image that looked both ridiculous and unsettling. The reason this monster exists is not because it comes from folklore in the traditional sense, but because modern internet culture constantly turns familiar things into surreal characters. Tung Sahur was born from the same environment that produces so-called Brainrot memes, where random images, distorted voices, strange names, and nonsensical humor are combined into something strangely addictive. The creature does not need a detailed backstory to work. Its power comes from repetition, confusion, and instant recognition. People hear the sound once, see the wooden figure once, and immediately remember it. In the world of short-form video, that is enough to create a viral icon. Another reason the character became popular is that it mixes comedy and fear in a very simple way. The idea of a monster punishing someone for missing Sahur is clearly fictional and absurd, but it also plays with a real human feeling: the fear of oversleeping, missing an important moment, or failing to follow a routine. During Ramadan, waking up for Sahur can be difficult, especially when people are tired. By exaggerating this everyday situation into a monster story, the meme turns a common experience into a joke that many people can understand. The creature becomes funny because it is unnecessary, dramatic, and strangely serious about something as ordinary as waking people up for breakfast before dawn. Tung Sahur also shows how religious and cultural traditions can be reinterpreted by younger generations through digital humor. For many young Muslims, the meme is not simply a random joke. It is connected to something familiar from Ramadan life, but presented in a modern, playful, and highly shareable format. Instead of explaining Sahur through a formal description, the internet turned it into a character, a sound, and a story. This does not erase the original meaning of Sahur, but it changes the way the idea travels online. People who may not know much about Ramadan might first encounter the word Sahur through this meme, then become curious about what it actually means. The influence of Tung Sahur on popular culture is most visible on TikTok, YouTube, and other social media platforms. Once the sound became recognizable, creators began remixing it, adding it to dance videos, horror edits, comedy sketches, animations, and AI-generated clips. The monster became a flexible symbol that could appear in many different formats. Some videos treated it like a joke. Others made it look like a horror creature. Some turned it into a game character. This flexibility helped the meme spread beyond one community or one language. The sound itself became a hook, and the character became a visual shortcut for internet absurdity. The characters spread into games is another sign of its cultural impact. Small developers and meme creators began making simple Tung Sahur-inspired games, often using the creature as a chasing monster or a strange figure whose goal is to wake people up for Sahur. These games usually do not need complex mechanics because the meme already carries the entertainment value. The player understands the joke immediately. This is the drum monster, and it is coming. This shows how fast internet memes can move from short videos into interactive entertainment. A meme that begins as a strange TikTok clip can quickly become a playable character, a horror parody, or a casual game concept. In a broader sense, Tung Sahur represents the way modern popular culture is shaped by speed, remixing, and collective participation. In the past, monsters usually came from myths, books, films, or urban legends that developed over many years. Today, a monster can be created almost overnight from a sound, an AI-like image, and a short video. If enough people find it funny, strange, or memorable, they begin to repeat it, edit it, and expand it. The internet does not wait for an official story. The audience becomes the author. Every remix, reaction, and parody adds a new layer to the character. This is why Tung Sahur feels both meaningless and meaningful at the same time. It is meaningless because the monster itself is fictional and absurd. It is not a real creature, not a real religious figure, and not part of any ancient myth. But it is meaningful because it shows how people use humor to connect with tradition, daily routines, and shared cultural moments. It also shows how the internet can transform a simple sound into a global meme, giving it a life far beyond its original context. The popularity of Tung Sahur also reflects the rise of AI Brainrot aesthetics, where characters often look strange, artificial, and slightly disturbing. The wooden figure does not look like a polished movie monster. It looks awkward, stiff, and low budget, which actually makes it more effective as a meme. Modern audiences are often drawn to things that feel imperfect or uncanny. The less professional something looks, the more authentic and meme-worthy it can become. Tung Sahur fits perfectly into this trend because it looks like something that should not exist, yet somehow does. Its impact on popular culture may not be permanent in the traditional sense. Like many viral memes, Tung Sahur may eventually fade as the internet moves on to the next strange character. However, its importance lies in what it reveals about the present moment. It shows how quickly culture can be created, transformed, and shared. It shows how religious terms, everyday habits, horror comedy, AI visuals, and gaming culture can collide in one viral phenomenon. Most importantly, it shows that modern monsters no longer need to come from dark forests or ancient legends. Sometimes they come from a TikTok sound, a wooden figure at a bus stop, and a joke about waking up before sunrise. In the end, Tung Sahur is not just a random monster meme. It is a product of digital creativity, cultural remixing, and the strange humor of the internet age. Its origin is rooted in the real practice of Sahur during Ramadan, but its monster identity belongs entirely to online culture. It became popular because it was simple, funny, weird, and easy to repeat. Its influence can be seen in videos, remixes, fan edits, and small games, proving once again that in modern popular culture, even the most absurd idea can become a recognizable icon if the internet decides to give it life.